Okay, I don't think that helped. Alright. I'm afraid the quality might suffer a bit. Okay, I need to make it even lower, really? Alright, that's gonna hurt, but... Okay, so yeah, let's go back to Fake Razor's base. He's also quite slow with the iron production. Is the stream quality alright, by the way? Because I had to lower the bitrate a lot. But it seems to be fine, I think. At least from me here. Okay. It turns out I didn't have to restart the stream. Because you can change the bitrate on the fly, which I didn't know about. Okay, so Fake Razor is finishing up his iron mines, but it's a bit later. Although it's still faster than many of the players. Oh yeah. He's going for 3 at the same time, but yeah, Snow was definitely the fastest one, if not Shady, because I don't really know when he made his buildings, but let me take a look at the resources he gathered. Oh, Shady was definitely faster, way faster than Snow, and Snow was really fast when you compared him to the other players. So quite well done. And actually, okay, for Shady on his location, it's a bit easier to do this. Okay, because this log is a bit is a bit closer to iron than Snow's, but still it's a lot better. Although I believe now Shady suffers from 2 things: the lack of this road and a bit bad road management here, because he decided to make some fields. Although he can make a road like there and it's gonna be fine, I think. Maybe one here, something like this might work, especially this, yeah. This might help. Okay. But yeah, I like this location. Like I said, it looks somewhat manageable. I would probably make only 4 farms here and try to make some buildings like here, and then make at least 2 farms like here. But this is not a big difference. So it's going to make this base a little bit bigger, but it's not a big deal, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at Mercenary. It's the old way of making. I like this way the most, I guess. When somebody is making farms in pairs, it doesn't make the location. I mean, the build on this location too big, but you can make them relatively quickly. You don't have to care that much about the space. and you already have some buildings for the middle of the base. Of course, it would be preferable to make buildings of other type and have a lot more roads in the middle of the base. But with that being said, it's not that easy to make other kinds of buildings so early into the game when you need farms, and you can't always pull this off the way I would like it to look like. But if you have to choose between nice timings and between nice planning, then timing is almost always better. So this is preferable in general when you can make some really quick farms that way. Alright, so it's like you've got class. Class. Okay, that's how I'm supposed to say it, I think. Nice separation of the woodcutters from the rest of the base. Nice separation of the farms. Yeah, that's the kind of planning I like. If the timings are right, of course. Speaking of timings, seems like he likes to stack corn in the storehouse, which is not ideal, I guess. But he probably wanted to focus on some other stuff as well. In general, I think it's better to stack corn rather than not make it at all early into the game. You can always make up with some extra swine farms, for example. And you have to make the iron production work well as well anyway, so I'm not saying this was the wrong decision here, but his serfs are going to have a bit more work to do right now. But I still think it's preferable to do it that way. You can see Asanch is building in a similar way to get the hell out of here. I don't need promotion. I have people who subscribe me, and I don't need that many more. Now, how do I delete this? Add to block list. Okay. Stupid bots as usual. So yeah, Asanch is building a bit similar to Mers. You can actually see it. Like just compare these two bases. Same setup for the farms and woodcutters. Yeah, it's like copy paste. The locations are quite similar as well. Yeah. Although one nasty thing is that you have to go very far for the second and third mine, and the first one is not that close either. I still think Asanch is doing a pretty nice job regarding planning on this log. A lot of building plans over here, and it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I like this. I like the way he's building. A little traffic jam. A road on the left side of the school would be a good idea. Maybe a road here as well, although it doesn't seem like this is the problem in the base. The problem seems to be like you've got only two roads over here from the stonemasons towards the bottom of the base, and it gets a bit tricky in these bottlenecks. Yeah. But there's still there's only 23 minutes left. To be brutally honest, I don't really see so many bases, that good bases here. I've got a feeling that many players are a bit slow. Although, like I said, I'm a bit rusty. I didn't stream for a while. I didn't play camp for a while. So if I'm saying something which is obviously wrong, feel free to correct me. maybe it's the time to take a look inside the barracks of players. Okay, so some of these players don't have barracks yet. On the right side so far, I think that Snow was the best, maybe. No, wait, Alex Strasha. Yep. Yo, Harry. Long time. With the upcoming tournament, I was like, hey, I should stream something before the tournament, so I'm sure I can still do it. So right now I'm trying to remember how to speak English and how cam works. So yeah. Organized by Thunder, the one and only. I think he announced it like yesterday or the day before. Well, there's a lot of iron in the storehouses. I think it's a good idea actually. Oh, what a traffic jam. Somebody needs to close the stones here. No, the one infested by a plague. I don't know. I think it's either that or I simply don't care. At some point of time, I decided that my mental health is more important than knowing what happens on that Discord you mentioned. But here's an invite link you can use for. You might actually be there already because I think Thunder repurposed an old Discord server for this, which was used for some other tournament in the past. Yeah, I have a lot of hope that this new tournament is not going to share the same fate, and I have high hopes in Thunder because he likes a no bullshit approach when it comes to dealing with trolls, which is to say the least, it's a bit of a change from the previous tournament. Still, it was a pretty interesting experiment that previous tournaments Discord of what happens when you have completely no moderation. Some of things were definitely nice there. I enjoyed discussions of many philosophers, for example, I don't know, Mexican tea and the like. Yeah. Yeah, it was a kind of a bummer for me as well to see it on 6720. I think we could risk a beta tournament, but Thunder decided against it eventually. Whoa, location that Alonso is playing is really interesting. I have to play this one day. I was wondering, Harry, what the hell did you have in mind when you were making this location? It looks like designed to troll people playing it. It sure trolled Blackpearl the tournament some time ago, I remember. Because I think I was streaming that game. It was pretty fun to watch. Not sure what kind of version they're playing. 1.3. Alright. And let's take a look at some other base. Yeah, Alex seems to be having quite a nice game. Quite good iron, I'd say. When you compare to his teammates, at least. Oh wait, but okay. So now that snow is catching up, it looks a bit better here. Hello. No, I didn't realize. I mean, it's like half an hour before midnight here, so I know that this is more or less the time that Brazilian community of CAM wakes up and starts playing. At least that's around the time I usually saw some people from Brazil playing on the servers. Do you know if you guys have some kind of Knights and Merchants community in South America? Like a bigger one? Because I know there's a Chinese community, for example, outside of Europe. We've got our own mainly European-based community, where we also had sometimes some people from North and South America, but it was pretty rare. But I don't really know a lot about Brazil and the likes. And I know there's some players playing out there. I don't really think we ever had a really good player from Brazil somehow. I think we had a guy called Pegasus and his friend, but I forgot the friend's name. But it was never like on the top level, like some of these guys over here, which is curious, because I thought there was plenty of Brazilian players. Alright, how much time there is? 13 minutes till peacetime. We're playing 60 peacetime here. Not sure what kind of settings you guys are playing, but that's what we usually have in the lobbies that I stream. I thought about streaming reverse corner zone games one day, but it would be a bit difficult for me. Would definitely need some help from someone who actually understands these games. Okay, so let's review everyone. Let's review every base quickly. Mercenary. Doesn't seem like he's gonna have a lot of iron compared to the other people here. Same can be said about Assange. Although he's got a lot of iron bars, so there's still some room for improvement. Alonso, somewhat similar situation, although his location is really bad for iron, so I would rather invest in some ladder production. I think this base is as compact as it can be on this location. It's really difficult. And we've got Shady. It's so yeah. I'm not too amazed, but then I can see he's still bringing stuff. Okay, this is going to be actually pretty good. I take back what I said. Dick Subkan, that's a name I didn't hear in a long time. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. 2017. That's also a long time. Not really. Evening Thunder. I think, from what I remember, that's what Dick Subkan didn't like when he was still playing, that the meta changed from pikemen or permanent archers into something like sword fighters, horsemen and bowmen. And we'll still with the same meta since then on. Ah, yeah, you're right, Harry. I believe Blackie had something completely ridiculous uh, as the location. Like I mean, Storehouse location was like something like here on the sand or something like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Or like I don't remember exactly. Ah, then sorry, Dixup, for bullshitting you. I think it might have been the Revolution who said something like that. But yeah, I definitely agree that shit patch was great, and the gameplay definitely changed since then on, for the better, I think. Okay, what Snow is doing here, it may be myself being a bit rusty because I didn't watch too many games recently, but this looks pretty powerful. Whoa, 32 iron suits, as I like to call them, and 20 swords, and more than 8 minutes left, and some leather. That's pretty insane. I mean, it's Silver Haven, so it's expected, but still. Okay, peacetime break, a bit early this time, but okay. So yeah. I still didn't see what the right side has, but I've got a feeling it might be a bit more powerful, although it's still possible it may be balanced. Like Snow is definitely okay. Snow is most likely the best on the right side, but maybe it would be a bit more balanced on the left. I think from the left side, Shady definitely has the potential to be near Snowy's level, since he was still bringing his weapons to the barracks. I couldn't say what kind of weapons he produced, but there was a lot of serfs on that road, so I'm pretty sure this is a similar number. So yeah, we've got a bit of a break right now. And we've got 13 viewers. What the hell is happening? Guys, it's a bit late in Europe, right? Didn't expect anyone to be watching. It was supposed to be a test stream before the tournament that is coming. So yeah, now that we have some audience, I'm gonna repeat that we're going to have a tournament organized by Thunder. And it's going to start at 1st February, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And so that means you still have like 2 weeks to register if you want to play, guys, girls. So there's a Discord channel that I linked before. I'll spam the link one more time. You can register there if you're interested to play or to track what's happening there. And using the fact that Thunder is here, I'm going to make my official complaint that there is no channel for streamers on that Discord. This will have to change. As for who is going to be making some live streams, I think I will try to make some. Maybe during the weekends, but it depends when we have games, depends what happens. Hello, Klaus. And I'm hoping there's going to be a few more streamers, but I can't really give you any names. I definitely know there was at least one guy streaming in Russian. I think his nickname was Machina Smerti or something like this. So there's one possibility if you're Russian speaking. Other than that, I don't know for now. But I think last tournament there was also Ritter streaming some games. There was quite a lot of streams from the previous few tournaments. It was a bit unexpected. Oh, really? That I didn't know. I know Vovets used to make some streams really a long time ago. If you guys have a link, because I don't think I have a link for his channel. I might try to find it though. Okay, I'm too stupid to find it in Google, I guess. So I'll just ask him later, I guess. Actually, it's quite nice that I'm using Restream.io for the streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And it turns out that there's some new support in OBS Studio for this, so I've got chat. Finally, got chat integrated into the software, which is quite handy. Okay, one more person is still not ready. One more player, and then we can check the last 8 minutes of this game. So far it looks a bit imbalanced, but I'm not yet sure. I need to review the bases on the right to be extra sure. One thing I'm almost sure is that Snow and Shady might be balanced well. Now we've got to find out about the others. But I'm curious what happened to Mercenary and Assange, because I really liked the way they were building their bases, and I thought their locations were somewhat cool. So I expected maybe a bit more. I don't know. Yeah. Come on. Okay, I'm not gonna tease them. Why do you need mod admin starter? Because I missed that message, sorry. Oh, and now we've got 7 people on Twitch and 5 on YouTube. I don't know how it works. Okay, now we're waiting for class. That's just brilliant. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the right side and okay, I don't exactly get it. Seems like Fake Razor not as good, but quite good as well. And then we've got Alex. It's alright. Still 8 minutes, so it's going to be a classic 30-30 with some horses, which are actually quite nice, I'd say. Class seems the worst so far in his team. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. And okay, maybe I'll just do a locks comparison. Does not look that great for the left side so far, unfortunately. Alright, so let's take another look and we'll compare it one by one. So we've got a mercenary compared to class. Alright, counting is really hard for me after so much time. Definitely looks like yeah, the ladder is better for mercenary for sure. He still needs a few more shields, but that's not a great deal. And a bit more weapons. He's got a bit more weapons than class. And then we've got slightly better. I mean, it's hard to say because, of course, the power is slightly lower, but I still think I'd rather have Mercenary's Iron as well. Yeah, so I'm going to award him a little advantage over here. Assange, slightly better leather, but no horses. This is a bummer. So yeah, definitely way better on Alex's side. Really nice horses, pretty nice army actually. Then we've got Alonso on a pretty bad luck, I'd say, with no horses. Yeah, this is a really bad one, and I'm not sure I'm ready to blame him for it because this is a really tricky lock. I would not have a better result for sure. I wouldn't have half of it probably. That being said, then you look at Snow, and this is pretty ridiculous. He's gonna lack a few swords, I think, but it's not a great deal. Because he's gonna have something like 40-47, I'd say. And that's a pretty nice army. Although, you have to admit that... no, wait. Okay, it's still much better than Alonso. So, we go back to Shady. And Fake Razor. Fake Razor pretty good. Definitely better leather and horses. Not by that far, maybe. Okay, much better, yeah. And iron is actually the same, I think. Let me quickly count. So we've got 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 113. So this is something like okay, counting is really hard for me. So like 33, something like this. 34 even right now, and we've got something like 30, 40. Yeah, Shady is slightly better with his low numbers here. And spam, definitely, yeah, but yeah, a little better quality iron. I'm curious how it compares to Snow. There's no comparison. You can see easily that Snow has like, I think 10 more iron stuff. So like, oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, but definitely pretty good iron from these three last players. Okay. So we've got... I think this is an advantage for the right side, and a pretty great one. But it's... it may be manageable, actually. Like, the only place I see a big advantage for the left seems to be Mercenary. I like what I see here. I mean, there's definitely an advantage for the ladder here, and a little one for iron as well. So yeah, this looks even better than last time. But the other players are going to have a bit of a problem. Yeah, so that's how it looks like. I wish it was beta, cause then I could give you a bit better stats. I think Alonso might catch up in some time, but he really needs to take care of his weapon production, cause it's slightly lagging. Without having horses at all, this is a pretty lacking result, especially playing against such a player as Snow. What the hell is this? 48 iron suits and 41 swords and 40 leather. So like I said, 40 even a lot better than this actually. And his iron is not that great, I'd say. It's not that far, but there is some distance, and you can make a very compact base though. You can say that for sure. It reminds me of the bases of Mercenary and Assange, how this build looks like. You can see Klaas and Alex have a bit similar style over here to each other. Fake Razor, his base seems a bit slightly different. Looks a bit more cluttered here. Like going for a bit more buildings than the others. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And in case you didn't notice, the peace time is over, and we're waiting for the first kills on the battlefield. And the first one, yeah, not yet. Oh, there's gonna be a kill here. So they're scouting right now. Okay, this is interesting. I think Shady is trying to join this fight, and this is not a good decision. Or maybe it is. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. A battle snake of pikes. And yes, this was a really good decision. Was definitely annoyed by losing like 2 or 3 knights, but then he repaid in kind to Fake Razor. So that was nice 10 seconds of random camp fighting. Yeah, so players are lining their armies up. The bottom player is immediately moving to the top. The natural front for the bottom is here, where there's the least obstacles, with some sneak attacks that can go over here on the bottom. On the top there's a lot more space, it seems. Of course, the bridge is the key, because whoever controls the bridge can send reinforcements back and forth, while the defending team has either to defend on this line over here or here, or they risk getting separated. Pretty interesting tactic from Equa, standing the opposite way. Seems like he corrected. Equa, sorry, Klaas. I keep calling him by his old name. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Seems like Snowy is going back a bit. This is unworthy. with an army that he's got over here. They should be the ones attacking. I don't know, I thought Shade is gonna have a bit more iron. It doesn't look that great. Though he's got a few crossbows which kind of explain that, but it's still nothing really amazing, I'd say. Definitely looked better in the barracks. Okay, so seems like Klaas and Alex are going to defend over here on this hill. And I think actually now it seems more balanced maybe, because Mercenaries army, well, I'd say it's worth of his clan's name. It's more leather based, but there's nothing wrong in doing that. There's a lot of crossbows, so it's going to be an interesting army for fighting on such an open space. Assange not that bad, somewhat similar to Alex, although a lot less horses, but this is manageable. And one pretty glaring thing in in Alex's army is that he really doesn't have a lot of melee. His melee actually mainly uses horses or has pikes in their hands, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of tactic he goes for in the fight. And now I think of it, even if it looked like there's a massive advantage for the right side in the numbers, I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know when was the moment that this turned around, but perhaps I made a bit of mistake trying to assess the numbers here. But right now it doesn't look too good for the right, especially on the top. Alright, okay, I almost missed the fight. Seems like Mercenary catches Klaas on the top. This looks really bad for Klaas, although if he plays it smart, it wouldn't be impossible to do something nice. They could block them over here, but they don't have numbers to do that, I'm afraid. Okay, this looks pretty bad, but yeah, one nice thing is that Klaas is trying to surround, and this might be it, although it didn't work that well. Yeah, but Mercenary is losing the troops pretty fast. And I think, yeah, Alex now is making a nice catch. This might work. It all depends on Klaas on the top, I think. There's no fight on the bottom yet, so this is interesting. Yeah, it seems like it's not going to be a lot of a difference here, and Alex is really fighting cleverly. It might be just enough for this. Now he's going to destroy... yeah, he's trying to attack here with horses. He's defending with the horses on the top, and he's going to go for the shooters. Oh no, I think that was a mistake. Maybe he should try for the shooters, even if it's a bit tricky. Because the entire army is gonna be dead soon. And here goes Shady with his 4 horses, which are definitely going to make the things harder. But I think there is a slight chance that the right side has some power to break this through. But let's try to switch the front It seems like Shady did a really stupid attack on the bottom. I don't think this was a right decision because he's going to be surrounded from two sides soon by Snow and Razor. Let's take a look at what happens here. It seems like the right side has won the fight, although Alex is going to lose all of... Okay, they're gonna lose all of their army, but they somewhat won because they killed a lot. So let's change the focus. The bottom. Alex is trying to save the remnants of his army, but the remainder of his army. At least he's got a lot of horses left, although they are fighting right now, so it doesn't look too good. Seems like Shady lost on the bottom, which evens out things a little bit, I guess. And now Alonso is gonna lose like hell because even with Snow's somewhat ridiculous position, although yeah, it's pretty great because he managed to catch everything, and Alonso knows that he has to run like hell, and nothing is going to save him because there's like 6 horses coming up from the top, and it's really interesting to see what Mertz and Assange are going to do. And I think they're pretty late. If they went straight away from the bridge, there was a chance they could do something, but now it's over, I guess. So yeah, 1-0. Those that don't know, there's a tradition that after the first fight is over, sometimes they continue from safe, but I'm not sure if they do it this time. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so right. I don't know what's the plan, but doesn't look like there's a plan, so I'm just going to show you stats, I guess, and that's gonna be it. Lol. Oops. Nobody saw that. Is this gonna work? Yeah. So, best kills for Alex. That's a bit surprising given that I didn't know how he plays. Pretty nice army as well from the stats, although we could see that okay, maybe not that nice. Okay, that maybe that was an exaggeration. He wasn't the best, definitely. We've had some other better players, but not too bad. I think a pretty nice performance from him. But he definitely had a lot of kills with horses, so it's hard to say after this one game if this was good luck or good skill. Although I did see a few maneuvers which looked really nice. I'm pretty convinced that this guy or girl or whatever else, okay, never mind. But yeah, Alex definitely looked like they knew how to fight. Like there were some maneuvers like surrounding the enemy, waiting a long time until you use your horses. This was pretty impressive, I'd say. Especially that this lobby had a pretty high level of good fighters, and there were some nice maneuvers, especially on the top fight. So this was impressive, and I'm definitely going to be looking out for this player here in the next games. Like I said before, we've had pretty nice armies from Shady and Snow and Fake Razor. Stats say that Merz also kept up to them after some time. It didn't look like it's gonna happen, but yeah, you can definitely see that his army was on par with the 3 other guys. So good job, Merz, as well. Pretty nice. Bye bye. Right. So yeah, I guess that's it. Like I said before, I'm gonna make some more streams in the future. We're going to have a tournament in February, so I'll definitely try to do some streams in the weekends and maybe even during the weekdays. So stay tuned for that, and I guess see you next time.